can ask later. Something important that I need to mention is that today is the last topic that we study, or actually, today is the last day of like class practice. Tomorrow, we are going to take the units 12, unit 12 quiz. Okay, so tomorrow is quiz day. Now, another important thing that I need to mention is that there is a probability that some changes will be done because of the book. But right now, I don't have all the information, but as a heads up, okay, I just want to mention that there is a probability that for the next level, we are going to change book, okay, so that you can have access to the book, because right now basically the only person who has access to the book is me, and I share my screen, right? But there is a probability that we are going to make a change in the book so that you can also have it, okay?
Teacher,
Yes, Pablo.
that means that probably we have an extra cost in the another
No,
payment.
no, I don't think so, because the book is a virtual book.
PDF.
Uh-huh. Actually, no, no, not like that. Because as Speak, we also have like a platform,
Oh
okay?
yeah,
But
okay,
this is new.
got it.
This is something new. So there is a probability that you can have access to the platform, right? And you can do exercises in the platform and practice a little bit more like that,
Yeah,
okay?
okay, got it.
But I will confirm the information whenever I have like the full information, all right?
Yes, okay.
Okay, great. Thank you guys for understanding that. So, with that being said, I want to start sharing my screen and seeing the last lesson for Unit 12, Lesson D. Okay, job interviews. Job interviews. This is the main topic for today's lesson. Okay, basically, today we are going to practice a lot the speaking part. Okay, we are not going to take note of things unless you want, right? Like new vocabulary. But mostly the practice today is going to be speaking and reading. Okay? So let's see. Number one, letter A. Thelma, can you please read letter A?
What would you do to prepare for a job interview? Make a class list.
Okay, perfect. Well, actually, the three of us already have a job, right? So in this case, let's talk about the past. What are the things that we have done, okay? Or how have we prepared for a job interview in the job interviews that we have had? Can you please, let's talk. Okay, so let's talk. What are the things that you have done before going to an interview, sorry.
Okay, well, from my side, I remember that I did many tasks. For instance, verify carefully what was the the skills that the interviewers
Okay.
uh, did request about the position. For instance,
All right.
I remember I remember that, for instance, about the skills associated with the position. For instance, I did try to how do you say it, teacher, llenar
Fill in,
fill okay,
fill in. Mhm.
fill in the expectation of the interviewers, for instance, about my knowledge associated with the position, for instance.
Ah, okay. But I believe
Sometimes, yes.
Sorry. I believe that this is something that the company gives you, right? Or it's
Not
something that you
necessarily.
do on your own.
Not necessarily. Yes, in this field of the information technology, for instance, the companies, usually the international companies, request uh, some knowledge about some technology. For instance, networks, knowledge about networks,
Okay.
connection, configuration. Usually in the world, there are many brands. For instance, Cisco Systems. This is
Okay.
one of the most uh,
Common.
uh, no, come on, no, is the more important
Ah, okay.
companies because the size of the company
Mm-hmm.
and the countries in the world that use this technology. And in this case, the company's request for the new employees a certification. A
Okay.
certification is like a validation
Yeah.
about the knowledge,
Yeah. True.
and this certification always are international. Is this valid validate is correct the
Validate.
expression
Yes,
validate,
validate.
yeah, validate the knowledge of the candidate uh, in in uh, in whatever country around the world.
Okay.
And in this case, I need to obtain from my own effort this certification to apply some positions. For instance, if the company contract me, uh, the company then will give me the opportunity to acquire this certification through the time that I will work with them. For instance,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow, interesting. Okay. So one thing basically that you do is fill in, right, the information needed or the skills needed for the
Hmm.
position, right, in the
Yeah.
company.
Hmm. Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
perfect. Thank you. What else? What else, guys? What else?
Well, investigate a little bit about the company
Investigate, very good, about the company.
or go before going to the interview to
Mm-hmm.
check the values and what the company is really looking for
Mm-hmm.
uh, an employee and to demonstrate them you are interested. Oh,
That you are what? Sorry?
interested.
Oh, interested. Okay, very good. Yes, because I mean, you cannot go to a company and say, like, and what is the position about, right? I don't know anything. You must show interest. Very good. Great, Telma. Thank you. Hi, Rodolfo. Welcome.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late. I was in the traffic jam.
No problem, Rodolfo. It's good that you are here now.
Thank you.
Okay, we are discussing right now, Rodolfo, exercise A that says, what would you do to prepare for a job interview? But because everybody here has already a job, we changed a little bit the question for, what have you done before going to an interview, a job interview? So, can you
Mm,
share a little bit of the things that you have done before going to an interview?
yes, of course. Well, that answer have two moments on my in my life because 5 years ago I studied a small degree in HR in
Oh,
human resources.
cool. Mm-hmm.
Before that, I tried to make an application for almost everything kind of job that working in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yes. After that, I learned that is necessary to know and understand which are the specific requirements of a job position.
Mm,
Because if you do not be aware of that, it's very possible that you left a great job for you, instead another one that you are not happy, you are not prepared for make that duties, and it's possible that offers you more money, but it's possible too that you can't be there so many times.
too much time.
So much time, exactly. That's
Okay.
why I think the thing that I try to be ready in order to interview or an application
Mm-hmm.
is figure out which are the specific requirements of the position,
Mm-hmm.
the reputation of the company,
Okay.
uh, what are the abilities, the skills that are needed
Required.
to
Mm-hmm.
in order to fill the requirements, the profile, and of course figure out if my profile it make a match with that description job.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So basically, the three of you have mentioned uh, activities, right, or to prepare that are related to investigate, right?
Exactly.
Investigate, because Pablo mentioned something also about filling the tasks, right? But which are the tasks you need to investigate? Telma also mentioned that you need to study the company you are applying for, right? And also Rodolfo, the last thing you mentioned. Well, three important things, right? And they are also related to investigating. Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, so let's move forward onto exercise B. Pablo, can you please read exercise B?
Yes. Look at the three interview question in the article. How would you answer them? Compare your ideas with a partner. Then read the article. How would you change your answers?
Okay, perfect, very good. So first, let's do that. Let's see which are the questions that we have in the article. Let me go down. We have three questions. Question number 1 says, tell me about yourself. Question number 2 says, what draws you to, sorry, wait, I need to move this. Okay. What draws you to this line of work or this kind of work, right? Tell me about a time you made a serious mistake. How did you handle it? Okay, so that we don't have a lot of like time doing this, choose one of these questions. Choose one of these questions and tell me, how would you answer these questions? Who would like to start?
Me,
Okay, Pablo?
the second one.
Okay.
What draws you to this line of work?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my case, I think that the reason was the interesting of the field. This field is very dynamic, I think.
Dynamic.
Dynamic, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamic, I think, because the problems happen every day and uh, always are very different,
Okay.
uh, related with the 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 the, the, the day before.
Yeah.
And another is that, for instance, in my case, uh, I will explain you the situation related to the country. Here in El Salvador, for instance, is a small country. And here, to be honest, technological companies is a few,
Are
and
okay.
are a few,
Uh-huh.
and all years, a lot of people start and finish to study about the information technology in all fields, the developer, programmers, and network engineers, and system administrators, system no database administrators, a lot of people.
Okay.
And um, it's obvious that if the country is small,
Mm-hmm.
it's not enough position in this country.
There are not. There are
There
not
are
enough.
there are not uh, enough position in this country,
Yeah,
and
true.
uh, it's necessary. Let
To
me
do?
let no be it's necessary be tactical. I will use this word because in my case I am 50 years old,
Uh-huh.
and from my side I need to be updated
Okay,
to keep
yes.
my job always. But I think that the information technology is the best option because, for instance, around the entire world,
Mm-hmm.
the information technology always is used and always will be used in the future, no matter the age of the people.
Oh, yes, yes, it's true. Because
In
it
this
is evolving too.
exact in this
Uh-huh.
case, for instance, I start to learn information technology 22 years ago,
Okay.
and my first job uh, wasn't associated with the computers. I was uh, a technic me, me, me,
Mission?
mechanical no mechanical of aircraft in the airport.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool.
um but I understand that it's the same here in El Salvador. We have only airport, we
Yes.
have only airline, and in the case that, for instance, the company I did think think in the case of the company fire me,
Mm-hmm.
I learn about the aircraft. That doesn't work for me. I
Yeah,
need to
because it's
learn
only
another.
one company, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And well, the time finally gives me the reason. uh, eh, 21 years ago the company fired me, did
Okay.
fire me, and but I had in that moment knowledge about the computers, and I
Okay,
started
good.
to work in this field. Now I changed my mind in the area of the language. I start to learn English,
Mm-hmm.
and this did open opportunity in this company.
Very
Uh,
good.
and for now, I give support to many companies on New York
Great.
remotely, and that is the reason I think to to choose
Line of work.
this line. Yes,
Okay, because it's like constantly evolving. If I
exactly,
summarize, right? Because this line is constantly evolving.
exactly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Pablo, for your input. Telma or Rodolfo, please choose one question and answer it.
Selma, do you want to choose?
Uh, maybe tell me about yourself. Um, I think when you answer this question, you need to know what are the values in the company that you are applying for.
Okay.
And because you need to talk in a way that you led to the person who are interviewing you,
Who is?
the
Who is interviewing?
interviewing with you,
Mhm.
that you have these skills and abilities, and you can fit in the company very well, because they most of the company has his own atmosphere, and they are looking for persons who really fits in that kind of atmosphere.
All right.
And that's why important for me
Mhm.
to know a little bit about the company that you're applying for.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, Telma, for your input. Rodolfo?
Okay, my pleasure. Tell me about a time you made a serious mistake. How did you handle it? Okay. In my line of work, is very common to find situation when you have to take a risk.
Mm-hmm.
In order that every big decision that you have to make, sorry, you need to evaluate under odds and several risk factors, right?
Yes.
In that order of ideas, you are supposed to suppose that a mistake is very possible to be made.
What happened? Mm-hmm.
Exactly. In that's why it's common. Well, it's important that before the mistake happens, you have a plan to recovering about the risk or the damage that could be done
Mm-hmm.
by the situation that created the risk.
Okay.
In that order of ideas, I just have to handle how is the name of that word in English? Activating the plan that you before have think for mitigate the risk, right?
Okay.
What is the another situation? It is possible that you can find a situation that
Mhm.
is outside of your ability to suppose that going to happen. For example, I have a very present moment when, well, one of my usual activities is to coordinate group of external lawyers.
Yes.
I can't say names by confidentiality,
Yes, of
but
course.
I have very present the moment when a team of that lawyers betrayed me.
Okay, got it.
They make a deal with my counterpart, and I can suppose for money,
Mm-hmm.
and they how I can explain that, they fail in the date that they have to present some documents on a courthouse.
Okay.
That suppose the losing of the trial.
Wow. Wow, it
In
was
that
really
kind of
serious.
situation, how I handle it? Okay, first of all, report immediately to the superior administration,
Mm-hmm.
because the worst that you can do is to hide a mistake.
Yeah.
When you hide it, looks like if you are part of that situation.
Definitely.
Okay. The second one is the figure out how of the losses can be avoided,
Mm-hmm.
thinking in alternative legal actions in my case.
Okay.
But it's always important to report it,
Mm-hmm.
assume the liability, of course, and in the best of the cases, you suppose or you have another kind of plans that can mitigate that kind of risk. But it's not possible. You need to be very, very honest with your administration, with your clients, and take the liability by yourself because you are the real person in charge of that. If you are leading a team, you are always the person who have the liability over your shoulders. There's no another option.
Mm-hmm.
Not in my way to make my job, to
Okay.
make my work. Sorry.
All right, understood. Understood. Well, very good. That's a nice advice also for like other people, right? It's important to never hide a mistake. Also, right? Very good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys for your answers to these questions. So let's do the next step. Okay? I want you to read the article. I just want to make a question. Can you see from where it says nothing can trip?
No, where is that expression?
Here at the beginning, at the real beginning.
Nothing can trip.
Nothing can
Okay,
trip you.
I can see. I can see.
Okay, Telma and Pablo?
Yes, I see that.
Okay. And can you see where it says be calm and speak with confidence? That is basically the last line.
Yes, we can see. Well,
Yeah.
I can see.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah? All right. I'm asking that because I want to know if I need to zoom in, right? In case that you don't see those sentences. Okay. So please, individually, if you want out loud, but with your microphone on mute, please read this article. 1. Write new words or new expressions in your notebook that we can discuss later. Or you can also write now as you read. You can look the meaning of those phrases on a dictionary. Okay? Number 2, pay attention to the answers of these questions because the exercise says, what would you change to the answer that you have over there? Okay, so 2 important things. Number 1, look for new vocabulary words. And number 2, pay attention to the answer and mention if you would change something or if you consider that the answer is right. Okay, got it?
I got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put my microphone on mute. Please do the same, all of you, and let's start reading. Let me know when you finish.
I did finish.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Pablo. Let's wait for the rest of your classmates.
Finish.
Great. Anybody else? Rodolfo?
Already did it too.
Okay, great. So, guys, from the comments, from the answers, from the pieces of advice that you have over here, would you add or change anything that you read?
No, in my opinion, no. I really like it, especially the answer of the first question, because usually I suppose that it's important to know which is the familiar group when we grew up.
Family group.
Yeah, my family group. But on under this answer is not exactly what they are looking for.
Very good.
It's another point of view. Was interesting for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this made you change your answer to the question, right?
Exactly.
Instead of explaining personal information like family information, you are going to talk mainly about your job experiences or the knowledge that you have for the position, right?
Exactly.
Thank you, Rodolfo. Telma and Pablo, anything that you would change, add, or do you agree with the tips and answers that you have in these questions?
Oh, well, from my side, I think that the second one is interesting that and I am agree with that. It's about the reason for the people uh one want to change or get some new position. For instance, the example that the paragraph uh, show show us is
Mhm.
about the books.
Yeah,
Many people probably want to start a new position in
publishing
a
company.
publishing
Mhm.
company because they love a lot the books, but that is not really a strong reason. I think probably this is their point of view, but it's
Mhm.
not necessarily a strong decision that move to these people to put the effort
Mhm.
to really get the position and keep the position in the time or
Yes.
through the time. And it's the same in another position or work.
Mhm.
Could
Job,
be
another
or
job.
job, sorry, or job could be an engineer, could be a chef, could be a driver or an architect or manager. No matter what kind of position, the people need to be compromised with their jobs.
Very good.
I think that this is important. That
Okay. Thank you, Pablo. Thank you very much. Telma, do you want to add something, or do you agree with what your classmates mentioned?
I don't change anything about the article,
Mhm.
but this the second question, it's interesting for me because um I I I didn't have this on mind that you have to show that you understand the position,
Mhm.
what you really what you really are going to do in that position, and show the interviewer that you understand what you're really going to do.
Very good.
And that's very interesting because I never had this on mine.
Mhm.
The first one and the third one, yeah, but the second one, no.
No. Okay, understood. Thank you, Telma, for your input. Okay, now let's discuss new vocabulary words that you probably found on the reading. Anyone would like to share?
Well, I found 3 expressions.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is trip you.
Okay.
It's
The,
the
con-
same
the,
for
cons-
Same,
the same
Telma?
too.
Okay. Now, did you look for a meaning of this expression?
no, I haven't.
No?
No.
Okay, probably you have listened to heard to this expression even in Spanish. But I don't know. Let's see. Have you heard of the expression que mal trip?
Yes.
Yeah?
yeah,
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
For you, what is the meaning of that? Like que mal trip?
If something wrong happens.
That something wrong happened, right?
bad moment.
Mhm.
A bad moment, yes. Okay, so the meaning of this, like nothing can trip you, is like nothing can be a burden, nothing can make you fall, nothing can unmotivate you, okay, during an interview, like an unexpected or difficult question. It's like you are very excited for the interview, you are very excited because you got a job interview, but like you're happy and suddenly what draws you to this line of work, and then you are like uh um well uh, your attitude changes. So to trip you is like that, change your humor but into something negative, like you start to get nervous, okay, to be sad, to think the worst thing possible, like, ay, no, si me quedo callado y entonces va a decir que no soy un buen prospecto. And things like that. Do we understand now?
Yeah,
Trip you would be, if we translate that, would be more like hacerte tropezar. Okay, nothing can trip you up, okay, during an interview, like an unexpected or difficult question. Understood?
Yes, understood.
Her.
got it.
What was the second phrase, Rodolfo, that you found new?
My second expression was stamp you.
Okay, somebody has the
Uh,
same.
I check it up and find that this is confused. Confuse me.
Confusing for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. I actually tried to say that is the meaning is confused.
Ah, yes, yes. But there are also eh, other meaning of words like that you a synonym could be like a los que te puedes enfrentar. Here are a few questions that might stump you, okay, a las que te puedes enfrentar, but it also has that meaning that is like dejarte mudo or confundirte or dejarte,
Like get me in troubles.
probably, yes. That could be
Okay.
another meaning, okay?
Okay.
Very good. Excellent. Somebody else?
I had internship, but internship,
Okay.
intern,
Did you find the meaning of the word?
no, I haven't looking for that. I have an idea because of the context.
Okay. Just remind me, where is it? Because I don't remember where is it.
In the first paragraph, it's just before the Rodolfo says.
Oh, true. Here. Whether you are applying for an internship, trying to get into
Mhm.
college, or interviewing for a new job. So
Yeah.
internship, what is the idea that you have because of the context, Elma?
Like I don't know, but I think it's like a scholarship or something like that.
Internship is more like a job where you get the opportunity to learn. Okay?
Okay.
Now, internship, depending if you are talking about a job or if it's related to university, if it's about job or if it's about work, usually or sometimes, most of the cases, it is not paid.
Okay.
Okay, so basically it's just the opportunity to learn about a job in an office or in a company, right? Or learn about a skill, right? But it's basically a process of learning. It's not a complete job where you get paid. Okay,
Okay.
clear or doubts?
Yeah, okay.
Clear.
Mhm.
Perfect. Any other word?
The third word for me
The third one,
was oh, it's over there. It suits you.
suits you. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I don't
But I
remember
think
where it is.
I make a little review in internet, and I found it something like like fits me.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Now, this can be related to clothes. When someone tells you, wow, it suits you, it means that clothes looks good on you, right? For example, a pair of jeans. When
Mm-hmm.
someone tells you, wow, those jeans suit you, that means that those jeans look good on you, right?
Okay.
Okay, but when we are talking about a job, okay, to be suited or suit into the job, it means that you are the appropriate person for the job.
Okay. Nice. Funny because for me suits, it's a combination with jacket and pants.
Yes, that would be the noun, right?
The noun.
But when we talk about it suits, that is the verb. Or to be suited, that is a verb.
Exactly.
Perfect. Somebody else, Telma, Pablo, or do you have another word, Rodolfo?
No, just 3 for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Telma, any other word?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, and Pablo?
I have a question about the tough.
Tough.
Yes. What is the meaning?
Just can you show me where is it? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, let me see.
Tough.
To hear or some for applying. Let me see. I don't care.
Oh, here is a tough profession,
Publishing
right?
is a tough profession.
Okay, tough. Could be a synonym of difficult.
Okay.
Okay,
Tough.
or what I think I will have to translate it into Spanish is como dura o ruda. Okay,
Mhm.
una profesión bastante dura.
Okay.
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 Okay. Any other word?
No teacher from my side.
Sorry, I will have to turn off my camera because it's getting very distracting and I don't know what's going on. Okay, so last activity that I want you guys to do, as I mentioned, we are practicing speaking. We're going to do exercise C, but instead of being a pair work, it's gonna be a group work. It says, discuss your answers to the questions below. Please, because of the time, I don't know if you are going to be able to practice with all 5 questions, but at least try to practice the first 3. So please be aware that it's almost 7:40. So please manage very well your time to at least practice with these 3 questions. Okay? The goal, if we manage the time very well, is to discuss the 5 questions, all right? Do we understand what we're doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me, please, what are you gonna do?
We try to discuss the first 3 tips of the exercise C, or 5 if we can manage right over time.
Very well, exactly. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put my microphone on mute. I will be taking notes of your discussion, right? But you may start.
Okay. If everybody is agree, I can start. I think what kind of what can trip up some candidates during the interview or in the article is some kind of questions that usually they are not prepared to answer.
Yes, it talks about some questions that are very tricky for candidates to answer, but they are really important to the interviewer to know if you are the correct person for the job.
Exactly, it's very common that they, for example, when be asked about talk about themselves, explains ideas that they are not important for the interviewer.
Yes, yeah, that's one mistake that you mentioned that you a couple times you done, I think, because uh, is the fact that you when they ask you about talk about yourself, you start to talk about your family or you know, where you live and things like that. And maybe that's not the correct answer for that question.
Yes, I can share with you an example. I was in an interview a long time ago, One of my co-interviewers was asked if he have fear about a dangerous situation, and he answered he have fear to nothing, which is not true. Absolutely, is impossible. But
Yeah,
he understood the question in a way to chauvinism.
to what?
With
Sorry?
he understand that the interviewer was playing with his sense like a man.
Okay.
Okay, and give an answer like hey, I'm very brave, I'm very okay, I can face it, whatever. No, it's not the real answer that the interviewer was looking for.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and the number 3. 2 things you need to tell an interviewer to show that you're right for the job. I think one of them is the second question, and that I didn't have on my mind before that, is that you have to show him or show her that you know what you are going to do in the job, and to show me that you understand what you really are going to do in the job. That's one thing.
Exactly.
That's one.
I'm agree.
Mhm.
For example, for number 2, it's very common that the interviewer are fooling around, explaining features about themselves that are not important for interviewer.
Yeah.
And for number 3, it's important to know what kind of work. Oh, hey. I'm sorry, I was Paulo.
No problem. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I try to finish quickly.
No problem.
It's very common that the persons avoid to explain what they really want, what they really needed to the job. For example, one time I heard a very funny expression. A person said, "I have the appropriate quantity of OCD for the job." Its result that OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder, which usually is a weakness, not the opposite. But
Yeah. And Pablo, what do you think about the 3 questions?
Number 1, 2, and 3.
Mhm.
Well, about the I will start with the number 3. I think that the first things that an interviewer needs to know is about if the candidate could really resolve the problems that the company has. I think that this is the first question that probably the interviewers or owners of the company have in their mind when they interview a candidate. In the company has a problem, and the company needs to resolve that problem. This is the reason to contract a people. And I think that the first question is the candidate really could resolve or fix this problem. And to about that, it's important that the candidate shows to the owner of the company or contractor that the candidate has the abilities or skills to resolve that problem. And this is, I think that the first question. The second, I think that is mm, show to the contractors or interviewers the correct the correct. Let me see. Um, I try to find the correct expression. The correct probably behavior or a point of view probably. I try
Mindset?
to yeah because sometimes the mindset, yes, because usually the companies not only looking for the abilities or skills, probably I don't know if you hear about the soft skills, and this is about for instance, the how do you say this disposition, teacher?
Disposition or willing?
The willing, yeah, this is the willing, for instance, to work together with the team, contribute to the team. Um, that does that is the that no sorry. These are the soft skills. The hard skills is about the professional skills related with the position. That is the number 3. And about the number 2, I think that the mistake is speak a lot about the personal experience, and but not related or rigor with the skills. In this case, I think that probably the mistakes is speak a lot about the family, and I know that some people speak about the pets. That is a big mistake, I think, or about I don't know, the contractor or owners on the company don't matter about that. They looking for more about how to resolve these problems, how I said about that, and how to earn money, I think.
Okay, I agree with that ideas. About the question number 4 and 5, I think when a person talks about the mistake that they have made, it's revealing how they handle with the difficult situation, with the tough situation of the life, which gives an idea to the interviewer about how they going to face it, the real life and the real job, the real experience at the moment of the obstacles. And about the which question I think is the most difficult of all, of course, is about the mistakes.
Okay. Which question do you think is the most difficult one to answer? Rodolfo gave his answer. Pablo and Telma, let's finish with this question.
I think for the when you talk about your mistakes, because
Okay.
nobody wants to show that
Their weakness.
your weakness
Mm-hmm.
is like but it shows how you how you are
Like how mature you are?
how honest you are.
Oh, how honest.
How honest you are, because and how credible you
You
are,
can be, yes.
and how you handle problems,
Mm-hmm.
and how you handle pressure.
Okay. Thank you, Telma. Pablo, let's finish with you.
I think that from my point of view, it could be the what is your salary pretension?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because
That one,
sometimes,
that one
yeah,
is good.
because sometimes it's necessary to give the correct value to
Your job.
yeah, to my job, to myself,
Mm-hmm.
and it's necessary to respect myself, my job.
True.
I spend money. I spend money and spend time
Mm-hmm.
to acquire all my abilities, and it's necessary to give value to that.
Very good. Wow. Yes, totally true. I agree with that. Thank you guys for your answers. Now, I just want to share the notes that I took. Just Rodolfo, and this is also for everybody because in the last conversations we had, if I'm not mistaken, Pablo also mentioned something like this. At the beginning, Rodolfo, you said if everybody is agree. Something important, and I think, but I'm not sure, I mentioned this before. The expression in Spanish, estoy de acuerdo, even though in Spanish you do use the word estar, right? That in English is the verb to be. In English, we don't translate the expression estoy de acuerdo tal cual. We translate the expression into I agree. Okay? I agree or I don't agree, or in the past, I agreed. Okay? Because agree, even though in Spanish is like an adjective, okay, estar de acuerdo, in English it is a verb. Okay? Es más como yo concuerdo, yo comparto la misma opinión, okay? It's like a verb. All right?
All right, thank you.
So in this case, the correct expression would have been if everybody agrees. All right?
All right.
Okay. Now, this one. The difference between fear and afraid is that fear is a noun, right? Now, we don't translate into English the expression tener miedo like word by word, have and fear.
Mm,
Okay? We
okay.
translate this expression, be afraid. Okay? Tengo
Oh,
miedo, I am afraid. Okay?
mhm.
O yo no le tengo miedo a nada. The correct would be I am not afraid of, okay? Depending on the context, is to or of, but si no le tengo miedo a nada, that would be I am not afraid of anything, for example. Okay?
Okay.
Or I'm not afraid of a thing. Okay?
Okay, excellent.
Perfect. Okay, and Pablo, to finish with you, you said this. I don't know if you hear, and then you mentioned something, right? I don't know if you hear about this topic, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Mm.
The correct, when you ask this type of questions that you say, yo no sé si han escuchado, yo no sé si han visto, yo no sé si alguna vez han hecho, blah, 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 we use the present perfect.
Have heard.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you can contract this, right? I don't know if you've heard, or
You've
I don't know
heard.
if you have heard.
You've heard. Okay. Okay, got
Because
it.
if you say this, I don't know if you hear, you are saying, yo no sé si ustedes oyen.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? And here, it's like, let's say, right? It's a common skill or a common What is this? It's one of the senses that humans have, right? Except for people who born deaf,
Yeah, okay.
right? So if you say this, I don't know if you hear, you are asking if these people have the ability to hear, okay? If they
Mhm.
are not deaf.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
got it.
let's remember that. Okay, perfect. Very good. Let's just go back to the book. To finish, right? I just need to mention I'm going to send this information to WhatsApp. This is basically gonna be like a reading exercise for homework. Okay, you have over here a help note or like a tip. I'm gonna send a screenshot. Your homework is going to be read. Now, something important that I said at the beginning of the class, Rodolfo, is that
Mhm.
tomorrow we are going to have Unit 12 quiz.
Okay.
Basically, this is the last topic or the last lesson of Unit 12. And then over here, we are going to, tomorrow we are going to do the unit test. Now, another important information that I was mentioning to your classmate Rodolfo is that there is a probability that for next level, because with this unit we finish this level, for next level we might change books. Okay?
Oh,
I don't have all the information yet, but there is a big probability that we are going to change into another platform because with this book, I am the only one who has the book, right? And actually,
oh,
in this book, you cannot write, okay? But the Academy has a platform where you can do like online activities, and that is going to be better for you, okay?
okay, excellent.
But whenever I have all the information, I'm going to let you know, okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thelma, would you mind if I answer your text after the class?
Yeah. After the class.
Okay, good, no problem. Okay, well, any other question, guys, that you may have?
No, teacher.
No,
No?
no,
Okay,
no, thank
perfect. Remember, if you need screenshots or if you need an like extra explanation for the quiz, let me know tonight or during the day tomorrow, or
you.
before the quiz, we can solve any questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
A
got it.
screenshot
Excellent.
for the quiz will be great.
Sorry, one more time, can you say that?
Screenshot for the quiz will be great.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you, you know, that's the information that you were saying. I cannot understand.
Screenshot for the quiz will
What
be
is that?
great.
Really? No,
Screenshot.
sorry, Rodolfo, no, I cannot understand what you're
Are
But
you
it,
kidding me?
saying.
Yes, of course.
Okay. This is something that a friend says in Spanish. Lo siento, fíjese que se le escucha borroso.
Le escucha borroso, me encanta.
So next time you don't want to, cuando quiera evitar, ¿verdad? Una pregunta, fíjese que se le escucha borroso, va a disculpar. Okay,
Sounds,
everybody.
sounds so funny.
At least you're going to bed with a big smile.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Okay, great, everybody. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good evening, and I'm going to hear you tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye.
teacher. Bye.
uh,
Bye.